Sound, testing.
I think Zoro got it working.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
And we're back.
Cool. Are we?
I see us up on stream. Can everyone hear us?
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yay! They can hear us. Are we looping? Do we
Nope.
echo?
No, we're not looping anymore. Okay.
Awesome.
Sound seems to have settled appropriately.
It's not a BRP stream until we have technical difficulties.
Oh.
Listen, all good streams start with technical difficulties. I don't know what you mean.
Not wrong. All right. Sorry about
This is
that,
how
guys.
you know that we're professionals.
Right.
If they can put out the fire, then they're good.
Yep. Special thank you to Zoro for the last minute save. I do appreciate. Thank you so much.
Did we make the fire? Yes. Did we also put it out? Also, yes, maybe.
Okie dokie, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
We are
How's
good
everybody?
to rock. So, we do have a fun little setup for today.
Where are my notes? I should probably have my notes out. Not that I take good notes.
Better than my notes, so you're okay.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, they are better than my notes.
Sometimes there's just like one word written down. So I wouldn't go that far.
I promise they're better than my notes.
Skip a few episodes and write another one word thing that makes absolutely no sense.
B. C.
So, as you all remember, we had a bit of a conundrum at the last session as you guys had made it into the orbital terraforming plant of the Infinite Empire, and realized that it was more or less what was responsible for Kashyyyk having such a huge vegetation ecosystem. And upon removing the Sun Saber from the arms of the person that was sitting on that stone throne in the middle of the for lack of a better term, eco-synthesizer here, or terraforming plant if you prefer, you basically realized that Sun Saber was needed there if the planet was to basically stay healthy, as the trees started to show signs of wilting once you guys made it out. The problem is, between you and the seat now, where again that Sun Saber was being kept, there's a very angry and wounded Terentatek now. And as such, our heroes had made their way out of the temple. Well, not temple, but again, planetary eco-synthesizer here. And well, you kind of had a choice to make, and that was about going back in, if that makes any sense. So, question to you all: what are you gonna do? It seems you have about 3 weeks from what you guys had inferred last time, 2-3 weeks before the vegetation fully dies out and the effects are felt planet-wide. So again, my question to you all is, what are we doing now?
Zizu made her opinion clear, which is she thinks we should go back in and kill that thing now. While it's injured.
Before it
and we don't know if we're going to be able to get back here in between now and 3 weeks from now, so other things can happen. Take care of it while we're here.
Okay.
I don't know what everyone else was thinking.
This is fine by me, yes?
Alrighty. Let's see how much damage that thing did to the door when I was banging on it.
Thankfully, I think the tree stands quite firm.
Yeah,
Quite firm.
It threw chunks of the building at it, though.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm not a sniper. So, is there a way back in, either through the hole it smashed in the side of the building that the tree blocked him, or does the door open?
So the door itself has been, if you remember, blown off of its hinges as
It charged through.
Yeah, well, it tried to charge through. Thankfully, the roots of the tree seem to be made of sterner stuff than the doors. And I think that with that, you guys were able to, well, smash your way through, basically. You guys were able to get out. It tried to smash its way through and catch up to you guys, but unfortunately, it didn't quite make it.
Does it look like there's gaps big enough for us to crawl back through, or are we gonna have to, like, dislodge a door?
No, it's blown off of its hinges. Like, this is wide open. Actually, if you guys look at the place, this thing rampaging through the tunnel, it looks now like the inside of the building, like a tornado hit the inside of the building. The lighting's out, it's dark in there, and it almost feels like you're staring into the maw of the abyss right now, as it sounds like it looks like one dark tunnel that's full of wreckage. You see the occasional spark of light as some electrical component is shorting here and there, but when you're looking at it right now, it's not what you see. What you see right now is definitely, like I said, a tunnel with yeah. There's nothing. You can't really see that far deep in there unless you have night vision or dark vision, of course.
I have dark vision, so I do see.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
yeah.
know much about you guys, but I think Zuri should stay out here with the Sun Saber and not risk losing it if something happens in there.
Sensible.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, sorry, Zuri, but we're going to leave you out here.
You see that Zuri right now is a little bit distracted too, in the sense that it almost seems like touching the saber has made her either see a vision or shook her maybe a little bit. I don't want to say shook her necessarily, but it's put her in a bit of a trance here, as she seems to be not as responsive as we would have. Yes,
I want to move her out of the way a little bit, because I know a bunch of stuff was falling down towards us, and we were having to move a little bit out of the way, but we're going to go push her up against, like, the tree, so if anything falls out of the tree, it's not likely to hit her.
Yep, no less chances of
that way she's safe, and we're going to go in.
Sounds about right.
You said you can see in this darkness. I don't really want to light up glow sticks until we get closer to it, in case we have a chance to sneak up on it.
Let me double
lead
check
the way?
that I'm not talking to you guys. Yeah. And also I'll be able to sort of lead the way silently, because I'll just be able to telepathically talk to each of you.
Very well. I'm not going to be able to see very well once we get in there until we light up the glow sticks. So if we get to a point where you think it should go on, just let us know.
Same here.
Will do.
So, try and stay close enough to him that I can see him and let him lead the way in.
But yeah, again, it's while you can't really see far ahead, like I said, the occasional spark of damaged electronics or whatnot is enough to kind of cast shadows around you, and you kind of have an idea of where he is as you follow his silhouette.
Yeah.
Mibble, what are you doing this whole time?
I'm following behind Zizu.
Have you guys taken a rest of any kind, by the way?
No.
I
We don't
think-
want it to gain hit points back.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. We don't want to let it rest, therefore we're not going to take our rest.
Okay. Orta, you were fairly injured. Had you found out a way to heal yourself or anything?
I have personal med kits.
Okay.
So
I'm just saying, because from what I see here of your token, you were still fairly injured.
Yes.
Do you have enough med pats to get yourself back up, or do you need more?
Zuri has them.
I mean, I have some too, so.
I'm not messing with the can of worms that is Zuri's med packs.
I rummage through Zuri's packet and I take all of her med packs.
Right.
I think
Oh,
he
wait,
would
sorry.
die.
Sorry, don't listen to the stream.
Nope.
Out of character knowledge. Out of character knowledge. Stop meditating.
I get the sense through the force, even though I'm not force sensitive, that I will die.
She said, she said, I will end you.
Yeah.
One med pack.
Okay.
And then another med. Yeah, I just start checking med packs.
Oh,
Checking
no.
quote unquote. 10.
This man is literally gonna walk in there like a mummy, just all bandaged up in Proto
Yeah.
Medpacks. No.
89.
We're slapping on left and right.
Right.
Well, that's as good as it's gonna get. Off of those 3 med packs, anyways. Feeling like a solid 48 out of 62.
Alrighty. We'll take it. Good start. All right. So, on that note, you guys, I'm assuming, healed up before going into the tunnel. You're not doing that in the tunnel, right?
Not
Or
Yeah.
collapsed hallway, I guess you would want to call it at this point.
I didn't take any hits, so I'm still good.
Or Orna took the brunt of everything, so if he needs some more
Yeah.
head med packs, I can share my med packs.
I
I'm
could
not
use
Zoro.
I could use like one more.
Okay, I'll give you one.
Okay.
I have a couple, so take one.
So I rolled a 1 on that one, so it's gonna need to be more than 1.
Okay, that's all I have though, so have both of them.
Okay, thank you.
I don't mind giving you all of them. Because
And then
the
I rolled a 10 on
reality
this.
is you're probably going to take the smiths for us again.
Yes. Okay, that got me to full, thank you.
No problem. I guess I can be more of an up close fighter too.
Mm-hmm.
I have a fairly good AC and decent HP, so
There you go.
we don't have to let you do it alone.
Right.
I just need to double check the ranges on my pistols. That's the only thing that's going to stop me.
Okay. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, as this goes on here, you guys do walk down that tunnel, and you
Stealthily?
are. Yeah, I was about to say, you guys are really very much on edge at this point. The smallest electrical zap sound or clinking off in the distance, even if it's like just a rock, a loose rock falling, has you guys just checking very quickly,
Mibble's jumping at every sound.
that exactly, that's what I was gonna get at. And it takes you guys a few minutes to walk down that hall, and you get back to the giant room. As you peer into it, Orta, you don't really see anything. You see the room, but you don't really see the creature. As for the rest of you, if you don't have dark vision, you see Orta in
shit.
front of you, and that's about it.
Or whisper to Orta, since I'm right behind him. Is it time to use the glow sticks?
I don't see it yet.
It's fairly big. How do you not see it?
Well, tell that to my eyes, because I'm not seeing it.
You're still in the hall looking into the room, correct?
Yes.
Pass it? Is it behind us?
Turn
Go a
around.
different way?
So you remember that the while it was fairly big, the first room, the reception area, if you want to call it that, for a lack of a better term, does not have the space to accommodate, I guess you could say. Yeah, it doesn't really have the space to accommodate a hiding place for a beast that big. Like you guys would have seen it, right? And the side rooms are too small for it to get there through the doorways. And if it had blown through the walls again, you would have seen a broken hole in the wall. Yep.
Can I turn my nose to the air and see if I can smell it?
Sure.
With my keen.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'd like to smell it. That's not keen. My hearing is keen, though, so I'd also like to tune into my ears and see if I can hear it as well.
Okay.
The other senses.
Yeah. Basically using senses other than sight. Fuck no. I knew this was going to happen. So, 15. Luckily, have pretty good perception.
So you hear its raspy breathing, and it seems to be echoing to your updated senses, to your heightened senses. It seems to be echoing through the room, right? The empty room. You can smell the stench of the beast too. It's not exactly hard to smell it. But with a 15, it's kind of hard to see, like, to hear which direction it's coming from. As, like I said, it is echoing.
It's echoing down the hallway, so you can't tell which direction.
Well, yeah, and especially in the room itself. And so as a result, well, it might not give you the direction as to where the beast is hiding in that room. You can infer at the very least that the beast is in the room.
I can hear it in there, so we're going to have to go glow stick if you can't see it.
Start inching closer. The moment I even see a glimpse of it, I stop.
So,
I'll march around Winston Mill, will be like, don't go past the doorway. When you hear gunfire, light up a glow stick. And then I'll follow Orta in cautiously.
As you both pass the threshold of the doorway,
As I approach the threshold of the doorway, I'm looking to the left and the right as well, and checking corners.
okay, you check corners and you don't see it. Funny enough. I need you both to roll me a perception check, please.
Why?
I don't see shit. I don't have dark vision.
But you can
Do it
hear.
at a disadvantage.
But I can hear it.
I mean, if you want to
Stay
roll
at
for
that
hearing, then
doorway
I'll
for
let you do
now.
that at a regular then roll.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
That's also a 15. I rolled the same damn
Okay.
number. I don't like these dice right now.
This dice today.
Different
Nibble is
dice.
going to stay at the doorway, and if that thing comes running, he's turning around and going towards the light.
I just
How about
I
You
can't-
did say if you hear gunfire to pop a glow stick.
How about yours, huh?
I'm just gonna put this dice away and never take it out again.
Did you
Going
roll a
over there.
1?
You're going in the You're going in the corner.
We don't see shit.
So, what you do hear at the last possible second, though, because that would be something you'd hear at this point, you hear the sound of a few more rocks falling.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yep, right next to you.
Is it close enough I can... Oh, am I weird to my perception?
No, I mean, at this point, yes, you'll realize what the heck just happened. If the rocks are falling, Orta, and you've looked left and right, where did you forget to look?
Right in front of you.
I was not going to forget looking up, but yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
The ceiling.
yeah,
I didn't roll in
not
that
the
one.
ceiling. Yeah, no, I don't. Not the ceiling, but the wall. This thing had grabbed with its claws into the wall, basically, when it heard you guys coming. And it had prepared an ambush of its own, but thankfully with, Zizu's hearing, you're not completely taken by surprise here. As it drops from that wall into the door frame, basically, or right in front of the door frame, it's time.
Okay,
Well,
so
the charging
those two
port for my
are
headphones,
in the
yes.
room. Those two are in the room with the thing, and I'm outside the room.
Yeah, so long story short, you two are going to be right here. You are going to be still in the hallway. We are going to do some very brief drawing. Apologies for my crappy drawing. But you have the hallway, and then you have the room. You guys
Good
have
enough.
entered the room, and as you did, it fell from the ceiling. I promise I can get the token to load. Nope, it's not loading from my library. I will load it from the file.
Yeah.
One sec. Up. And... TOTOR... I don't know why it's not showing in the library of images that I loaded it from the last time. Give me one sec. I swear I have it here somewhere. Just give me a minute to pull it out. There it is. We got it. All right. Here it is. Maw dripping with saliva. Dark blood oozing from its previous wounds and all of its anger and glory. As it looks both at you, Orta, and at Zizu, and roars right in your face. Let's get some initiative.
Alright, initiative.
One day I'll have a D20 that doesn't despise me.
Hurry to adjust.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use my bad feeling feature, which is
Okay.
Allows me to move my movement speed when I roll initiative.
Okay.
And I'm going to essentially not be directly in front of it. I don't want to move too far away because I want to be able to help Orta, but I don't want to be all clumped up. There, let's see, it's 5, 10, 15. We'll go there. Try and at least divide its attention. I think good on my.
Your initiative?
Yeah, I'm putting it in right now.
You ran past it.
Just
You ran
before.
past it, correct?
I kind of went around it because I don't think I was in. So I started here, or here.
Mm.
And this is danger sense, and it goes off of.
Hang on.
Okay, so yeah,
bad feeling.
there's no reaction, there's no attack of opportunity.
So I kinda
since
went
it
like
happened
this.
before combat starts. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's that last little tick off of it that technically, but yeah, if
Oh,
it's
then I'll move right here.
before-
I didn't want to move out of its range.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
I was not
that's
trying
fine.
to. I was.
That doesn't matter
It's
either.
a
It
hard
doesn't
on my
matter either
brain.
way. I was just wondering, like, Okay, just to make sure we're saying the same thing.
Hey,
Okay.
you're flanking.
Look. Big tokens are hard on my brain for how close I have to be.
I feel it.
Okay. So, upon that note, we are going to start.
Hey, look, all my
Zizu,
drawings.
you are going first.
Okay. At this range, we're going to pull out our vibro dagger because the blasters aren't effective this close. I'm a little too up close. I want to get myself additional weapons. I remember I do get. I do believe my dual wielding. I don't have a second one. I think I only have one vibro dagger at this time. Okay. And I only get one attack. Okay, sorry. First time using a vibro dagger. That's going to be a 26 to hit.
Also, real quick, Totes not Craig. Thanks for the sub, homie. Appreciate it. Hey, the homie. All right. Yeah. So yes, you said that was a 19, correct? That will hit.
26.
Oh, 26. That definitely will hit. Let's see the damage.
That's gonna be 7 kinetic damage.
Okay.
This tiny little thing. And then I'm also going to pull out. I'm going to use my second pair of arms, so I'm going to use my bonus action to switch to my switch to my other arms.
Yep.
Which on each arm is going to exist a light shield to boost my AC by 2 total.
Defense mode.
Defense mode!
AC up by 2. Okay.
As I end my turn way too close to this thing than I want to be.
And the thing is, I mean, you just did damage to it. It might not have been a lot, but it still feels the pinprick of a knife being stabbed into either its back or the back of its leg or wherever you decided to hit it. It ain't. Yeah, it ain't gonna like that too much, as it will about face and attempt to swipe at you. Let's see if it manages. As yeah, it'll do the same thing it did to Orda. It's gonna swipe, and then headbutt.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry to say that my first roll is as it usually. I hate it. Why is my first roll almost always a nat 20 on this on this dice? I have to like use. You know what, Orta, send me your dice that's in jail right now.
Prettiest dice. Like hell, I'm giving you my prettiest dice.
Well, look, I'm just saying. You want the DM to roll low?
Yeah, I do have uncanny dodge.
Okay, my second roll is also a nat 20.
Well, fuck you.
Look, I don't make up the rules. The dice does. Let me roll the third one.
Do another character. Just kidding.
And the last one for the headbutt here is a. No, thankfully not a nat 20. That's just going to be
my AC is 19, so
yeah, it's gonna hit 2, but not a crit, thankfully.
Let me just see if there's anything else I can do, because there's a few, but I don't.
Remind me, are brutal criticals in effect? We are in effect, right? We're
No.
past level 5?
Oh yeah, we are.
Level
Are we doing
5.
this? Yeah.
Yeah.
We are level 5, so yes, we are brutal critically.
Well,
no.
we're level.
It's okay. I'll
We're level
survive, maybe.
Uh,
I'm going to definitely uncanny dodge the first one, so I'm going to take half damage on the first one.
okay.
That, when I make an attack or when I do a thing, so that's...
You're definitely gonna go down. I just have to roll the dice and see if you actually
How fast
get
you go down.
pasted or
Yeah.
not. Okay.
So let me
Yeah.
know the damage, because I would like to track this.
I am going to. I actually have to pull out a calculator. It's that bad.
That's okay. You know what? We do it against these things, you can do it back to us. I had a feeling
No,
my dice
it's-
were not
you know
gonna
what,
be with me today.
It's not even that. It's my dice being too much with me. Like, it's your dice are fine. You did everything and you didn't miss anything. It's not you. It's I rolled 2 nat 20s in a row, which hasn't happened to me since 3 months ago when we did the first would-be hero.
Oh, it's not just
campaign.
my dice, it's just all dice are against me.
Really?
I rolled really well last game. That means I'm absolutely screwed for the next 2 to 3 games.
Well, let's see
lot of
what
equivalent
happens for the
exchange.
Dammy here.
Am I rolling a new character a 3rd time?
I hope not. I really don't. Okay, but like.
No, it's okay. I don't mind making characters. I enjoy it. This means I'm more bring out the bullshit. Because it feels like this campaign needs a bullshit character.
It needs. Look, it's the problem with Star Wars 5e is it's extremely bursty. What you guys do to burst and one-shot enemies, if your enemy gets lucky, they do the same, and that's the unfortunate reality of this. It is a bloody
It's only
system.
fair. It's fair.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
If I can do that type of damage to someone else, they should be able to do it back to me. Otherwise,
So-
where's the balance? So the first hit was...
hits. So this is not the like. Oh yeah, I have to add the crit damage to that. Eh?
Mhm.
Give me a minute.
Which is max.
Max damage plus any bonuses.
No, the max damage is already rolled. It's the second set of rolls that I have to add.
Oh,
in.
yeah. Now you have to roll and then add the bonuses a
Yeah.
second time.
Yeah. Give me a minute. The bonuses don't get added. It's just the dice that get added.
No, it's bonuses too. That's how
Oh, we're doing the
Brutal
whole. Okay.
That's how Brutal Critical works.
All right.
We're doing it.
We aren't passing this. If I'm going to be
Okay.
turned into...
So it's Brutal Critical, so that's what I've been doing, so...
So the first hit alone, the first swipe that you uncanny dodged, will do 52 divided by 2. It does 26 damage.
26, okay. I'm
Okay.
still here.
The second claw hit, which was a crit as well.
Yep, that's fine. How much does it do?
My dice sometimes. 1 second. Let me roll these. 6, 5. That's a 12.
You know what the good news is Zoro hasn't drawn the characters yet, so she won't kill me.
The second hit
this
is
last-
55. Is 55 damage.
Okay, so that will take me down at that point.
And then the task hit is an automatic failed death save, correct?
Yeah, that makes the next hit in the auto crits as well. Because it's hitting a creature that's already down.
Is it an auto crit?
Yes, it's an auto crit. If it's melee, it's auto crit.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if damage really matters in this situation.
He could roll low. The
Two
last one
failed
was.
death saves, yeah.
I mean, and it's two failed death saves, and we got to see if it's the damage, the total damage on the entire turn that has to be over my max, right? To insta death.
I'm pretty sure.
From the total turn.
But the total
Okay.
turn or just last hit? That's what I'm always confused about. We'll see. I just had taken the negative by the total max hit. How do you insta die? We're asking the important questions here. What's the number? Give it to me. Don't give me that look. Just give me the number. I don't need your pity.
Why did I roll 2 nat 20s in a row?
Give it to me. Don't keep me in suspense. That's worse than just telling me.
If it's a crit, that's 73 damage.
Jesus. Okay, that 73 alone was over my max, so I'm
Because-
dead.
Because it crit.
Yeah.
If it's counted as a crit. I usually
It is-
don't. I'll
It's
be
counted
fair
as a
though.
crit.
I don't usually count it as a crit when people go down, which would not put you over double your health otherwise.
I'm
Well,
gonna tell
it
you the
was
last hit that you did
26.
on me alone was pretty much my max health, so you did go over my.
Yes, but I have
without
to do
the crit,
half.
I don't.
I have to do half your thing again.
Well, what was the hit without it? Just curious.
So, one sec. What was your health pool? Sorry. Let me- hold on.
56 was
56.
in total. I have 56
right now
health in
you did-
total. I'm at
Yeah, so
negative
so that's exactly what I'm saying. If we apply critical when you take a hit while downed, it pastes you. If we don't apply it, it does not do your health in negatives, and you don't get insta death. So my question is, do you guys want to apply this, yes or no, going forward? If the answer is no, Zizu stays, and I will just set that as the standard for the rest of the thing.
I'm fine with it because that's what the rules are. And that's how every other one of my campaigns run, since that's what I know.
It's entirely the way you guys want to do it. I will allow it either way.
But
Considering
I
this
think
system is extra bursty, by the way. This is why I'm willing to compromise on that.
I don't know if
I'm trying to remember the
It
rules on the
needs
desk because
I don't know if it's a
combat roll insta death. Here we go.
snowball needs to be that hard though. You
Well,
know
that's
what I mean?
but that's why I'm saying I think personally at this point she would be down with 1 failed death saving throw. Personally,
Instant death. The matches damage can instantly kill you. You just have a hit point and there's damage remaining. You die if the remaining damage equals or exceeds your mate. So I'm already at half of my hit pool with the damage from the second hit under.
Yes,
so
correct.
How much damage was the final hit?
I was
Without the
70.
crit. It was 73 with the crit, but how much was it without the crit?
Then
Because it could still
55.
possibly insta-kill me.
Oh no, it's like 20 damage. It's peanuts.
No,
without the crit.
that will do it. Since I was at negative 25 already.
And your max is
56.
It's the double
So
net 20.
21 will kill me.
No, wait. Let me see.
And that's okay. It
Do you have a
happens.
no? But one sec.
You have to
Do you have a reaction, maybe, Nibble?
Um,
'Cause I remember you having a reaction that could
I am
help.
counting what you
Can't
said
see
the
right
damage
now.
was. I am counting what you said the damage was.
and
So
that would
26 first, 55
Altogether-
second.
Okay,
I took 26 and I took 55, so that puts me at negative 25.
welcome Raiders.
Hey, Raiders, just in time for somebody
So
to
if he did
actually
another
have
20
damage.
damage, I'm dead. Either way.
well, if you double your hit points, it goes up to.
It's
you
not
can
doubling
take,
your hit points.
No,
Let Nibble.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
you got your hit points, and then you got to lose the same amount of hit points again in order to insta kill you, right?
Yep. So that's
So-
112 total hit points that we have to go through.
Yes.
It was 26 for the first hit,
55 for the second.
26, 55.
And then
That's
what?
already
20.
81. And then what was the final hit without crit?
Let me check. I have it right here.
You said 73 before.
Yeah, but there's
73 with crit before.
And this was the mouth bite, I do believe. Or headbutt, or whatever it was doing.
no. Let me math real quick.
You know.
Let him cook, let him cook.
Yeah,
One sec,
because I think she still has a little bit left, and if I can try to run it in if I can
No,
find her.
you're actually okay with 2 HP from being insta-pasted after math.
I mean,
Because
my
I-
vote still goes
because
for
I
the
removed
auto
the-
crit.
I removed all the all the excess damage. So I personally never ran it with auto crit on people that are down.
What's-
I mean, to me, especially with how bursty the system is,
Yeah,
that would
I think
be a
we're
little
not
bit
gonna do auto crit on
ridiculous.
down. Maybe at a higher level, once you guys are like level 10 or something, I'll do auto crit on down. But right now, I don't think auto crit on down is a necessity. Like you're already in a tough fight right now. I don't think we need to add extra punishment for no good reason here.
Yeah.
I'll add auto crit on down once you guys are level 10 or something. Not right now. That's too much
A wee bit
considering
bulkier.
the nature of this system. So yeah, you're down with 1 failed death saving throw and 2 and basically 2 HP from being pasted.
Okay, so one's fail save, and when do you want the roll for the first death save? Is that something that happens now, or something that happens on my turn?
No, when we roll back to you,
Okay.
and you'll DM them to me if you don't mind. That way we get to
Not
keep
at all.
sneaky
Stick.
from other people. Okay, Nibble.
Okay.
Orta, what did you yell into his mind?
Glow stick.
There we go.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just seeing what I can do.
Also, hello again, Raiders. Sorry for the slightly lukewarm warming earlier. My apologies. I was in the middle of mathing if somebody had been insta-killed, so we were in a bit of a... I personally, as a DM, get a little stressed when I end up accidentally, rolling 2 nat 20s in a row.
First round of the fight, the boss goes off once, and
Yep.
then you're dead.
Listen,
how-
we've already dealt a lot of damage to the boss at the very least,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
and we didn't give it time to rest, really.
No, you did not.
Well,
And we just had a
Okay.
whole lot of med packs.
So this is what I am going to do.
Okay.
I am going to use this type power.
Okay.
Um.
Let's slow release med pack. Okay. You want to tell everybody what it does?
Okay. Cultural energy radiates from you in a aura of 30 foot radius.
Okay.
Until the power ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you.
Mhm.
You can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura, including yourself, to regain 2d6 hit points. This power has no effects on droids or constructs.
Very nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I activate that, and
Yeah.
as a bonus, and this tech power lasts for a minute.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I can just heal somebody really quick. But I believe, based on how it's worded, the aura still lasts for a minute, even if I use the bonus action to heal somebody with it.
Correct. I think it's a
Alright.
repetitive thing, but let me
Alright.
check here. But yeah, go ahead.
So I am going to heal Zizu. And that's going to be, what is it? 11 hit points back right now. So it's starting to help.
Yeah, it is also a concentration power, so if you use another concentration power, reminder that will cancel out. But otherwise, yes, you can, every time it's your turn, basically as a bonus action, do a 2d6 healing.
All right.
Okay, so Zizu, you are popped back up.
Ouch. Does anyone want
Yes.
to, because I rolled out of curiosity, anyone want to know what the death save was going to be?
Yep.
You really want to know?
You failed it, didn't you?
I got a 1.
Oh, God,
you would've died.
no!
I was going to die.
No!
The
The dice really did want you dead today, Jesus. Like, you know it's bad with the DM's like, you know what? We're gonna make the rules no crit on down until, until you guys are level 10. Ay.
We took away the rule, and the game was like, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
Right? The dice are like, you think that'll save you? Yeah, so I do have to check something now that you're not downed, though. Can you give me, I need you to give me 3 DC 15 Constitution saving throws, please.
Were you? Okay.
Yo.
5. Oh, con save. I had my con
Yeah.
save. 8.
Okay.
5. 14. I use different dice for every one of those rolls, okay? I have not used the same dice twice tonight.
So Tam, what were you thinking for your third character?
You know?
So,
Give me about like 15 minutes, I'll tell you.
right, Orta, what are you doing?
Oh, do we
Told
know
you
what
the dice didn't like
the
me.
con saves were for one?
Yes, remember you didn't have that problem the last time you guys
No,
fought this, as,
Oh,
you're
it's
immune
poison.
to poison, but it has poisonous tusks and claws.
Mm-hmm. Really lucky I hit level 6 when I did.
It's almost like it's almost like that actually is why you guys are able to survive this fight. But yes, moving on. What is Orta gonna do?
I have to try and get this guy's attention,
Correct.
and that means I'm punching him. And we'll see how that turns out.
Okay.
Actually, first off, I'm doing a bonus action thing. I am activating with my bonus action my I think it's the gem so form ability, the way of the craft dragon.
Okay. Yeah. Great dragon.
Yeah, crate dragon. I'll never say it right. I'm just gonna say
Look,
that now.
you say craft. I'm just thinking macaroni and cheese over here. I'm like, no, wrong
Now
craft.
you're making me hungry.
Right?
Little macaroni dragons. That was
Yep.
great.
Yep. So yes.
While on the stance, the first time you hit it with a melee weapon attack using strength each turn, you can choose to deal additional damage equal to your strength mod. If there is another creature within 5 feet of the original target and within your reach, you can do that instead. If the original attack roll would hit the second creature, yeah. That doesn't matter really in this situation. And then I have something else. I feel like... Where is it? Ah, there it is. Actually, I feel like I need to save my channel of force for a little, probably. No, I have 2 channel of forces. I'm going to channel the force as well to activate Falling Avalanche, which halves my speed but gives me advantage on my next attack roll using strength.
Okay.
And I am going to take my two. I get extra attack. Yeah, 5th level extra attack. So I attack twice. First attack is a punch, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's a good roll. 19 plus 6.
That'll hit.
25 to hit, yeah. And then the first hit also adds my strength bonus again because of the way of the crate dragon. I was gonna say craft again. So an extra, my strength modifier is added again with the 1d6. I love rolling a 1 on damage, so 7 punch damage.
Okay.
For the first hit, and
Yep.
second hit. Isn't that one? Cool. Oh wait, I also have a free action attack because I have Brawler Mastery, which doesn't add my proficiency bonus to the attack. It's just
a punch.
It's just the +3 to hit. I don't imagine a 14 hits.
No, sadly.
So I punch him once, and then I try to punch him twice, and a third time.
The
no
unfortunate
effect.
reality, though, is you dealt exactly the same damage that they did.
Yeah, square up. I'm here for it.
I'm gonna flip a coin, or actually
Fine.
roll a d2 in the in roll 20 here, to see if you're able to take its attention away. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. So on a 1 you do, on a 2 you do not. Okay.
The dice want me dead.
The dice really don't like you today.
No,
Today, it's been like the last 3 sessions.
no.
No, last
session
session
my
she was
dice were
obliterating
amazing.
this
I
thing.
made everything, and I crit a couple times. Like, it was
Yeah,
amazing
she
last
nearly.
game.
You guys nearly got this thing down last time because of all that, but apparently it remembered and it came back
But-
with a vengeance.
Revenge. My dice like
You.
to have their day in.
You in particular.
Yeah,
So
no, this
Z-
is a thing.
Zizu, you will be taking 9 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And now what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna start by standing up. I don't want to be on the ground.
Good choice. Good choice.
I agree.
Let's roll a die. It's one of two things going to happen. Four.
So
Okay. She's gonna be stupid. Got it.
So you basically spend half your movement getting up, by the way. Okay.
So I only have 15 feet to move after that. There's really no point in going back.
Yep.
And I don't really want to risk an attack of opportunity. Well, we're going to bonus action switch back to my hands with the blades. With the blade. I really need to get some different weapons on this character if she survives.
Mhm.
And we're gonna stabby stab with our little dagger. My wee little dagger.
Flanking?
Flanking's not a thing.
I was kidding.
That's gonna be a
We-
20 to hit.
You missed the old flanking mechanics. That'll hit. I mean, as a DM, I don't miss them, but as a player, I miss the old.
That's a.
Crit.
I rolled a 1 on the damage dice, so that's a total of 5 kinetic damage.
All right.
That's my turn. I ain't moving because I don't want to get. Well, I don't want to get smacked either way. I'm gonna get smacked either way. 15 feet
Okay.
will not get me behind anything, though.
Let me roll some Demi.
Well, roll to see if you hit me first.
First one fails. Second one will hit.
Uncanny dodge.
Third one will also hit.
I'm uncanny dodging one of these. With my
Okay.
all of 2 hit points, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, hopefully I don't KO you. I don't think it has the damage to deal you 50 damage without critting. So let's cross our fingers that it ain't enough to knock you out here.
Why'd you have to challenge fate like that?
Yeah. You know what? I'm an idiot too. All right. Let's see it.
I don't know, you underestimate how badly the dice want me dead.
Clearly.
Y'all didn't believe me. Oh, it is me. I should have had sneak attack on that last attack. Oh well. My bad.
Okay. So
Sneak attack's a thing.
so the
How much damage?
first claw hit
For
will do 23 damage, which you can uncanny dodge if you so choose.
even with 2 hit points, and that thing's knocking me out.
True. Then again.
Just asking. Can you actually dodge something when you're going down as it hits you?
I
Like
mean,
that
you're
much hit
still
points?
going to reduce the
Range away
damage
from
on how
low.
far it brings you down HP wise. So I would
Okay.
still uncanny dodge while I still can. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yes.
12 damage less that isn't bringing you down here.
Yeah, so that's gonna be 12 damage.
Correct.
Now you won't instantly die.
And what's the second hit? Does it do 46 damage?
Unless I roll max on everything, I don't think so.
You underestimate how badly the dice ate me.
Why did you challenge
Nope,
fate?
I can tell you right off the bat it's not. You're fine.
Okay,
Good.
so I'll take my failed death save from it hitting me.
Yep. Give me 1 sec.
Which one of you little assholes want to kill me?
And then
Me to my dice.
Yeah, so that's so yeah, that's 32 damage. You're fine.
Hey, at least I didn't move, so Mibble is still within range.
Yep. Yep, correct. Which brings us to Mibble.
Oh
Mibble,
my
what are
God.
you doing?
All right. I heard glowwad, so I am going to light a glowwad. I see this thing. I toss the glowwad to under it so it can light up the whole area around him.
So you basically just pulled here a movie director thing where you put that like light right under it. So now it's like, you know, the whole, like when you see
the
like
underlighting.
yeah,
super
you put an
ominous.
underglow under this thing.
It's like it's glowing red from under, and it's even
Yeah,
more
exactly. You know, you're
terrifying.
making it look even more terrifying.
Hey,
As
at
you
least
throw
now
the
I can
flare
see
under it.
around the thing.
when
Yep,
I picked it up.
Definitely.
This
And
is
I
about a
am
woman called Neve Connolly. She is a wife, she's a mother.
So I'm
It
in
begins
range
with
of
her at
both
home.
people.
She's
Yep.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to heal her again.
Give me the 2d6.
So I knew Mibble was gonna heal me, so I shit you not, I rolled the death save just to see what it was again.
Failed.
Was it another nat one?
Yes, it was!
10.
For die!
What?
10.
Mhm.
What ancient Mayan god did you piss off?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
I hate it when dice do this. I really hate it when dice do this. Anyway, moving on.
Zizu is just getting up, falling back down, getting up. I get knocked down.
I get back up again?
Well,
Ain't nothing gonna
never gonna
keep
keep you down. Yeah, okay.
Until you not me
Um,
again!
Until I net 20 again. Yeah, no, please no
Knock
more
on-
net
knock on-
20s. Hopefully that's it for the rest of the day. I'll roll a nat 1 next and it'll trip over its own feet or something.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
smash into me and then smash me. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Crushed underfoot.
Yeah.
That's my
Horta?
luck.
What are you doing, Horta?
Mibble, you did the slow releasing thing again, because that sticks around for a bit, or?
Yeah, I popped
Yeah,
back
sticks
up.
around for a minute,
Okay.
and I can just keep healing for that long.
Gotcha. 5, 10, 15, and considering how things are going thus far, I kind of have to do a thing that Orta don't want to do. As Orta grabs at a cylinder at his belt, and a purple lightsaber with a sort of dimmed core extends outward, 2 little side bits. And he goes in for 2 slashes against the big guy.
Okay.
Where's...
So you turn this thing on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember how you built this thing, if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be a slightly unstable purple blade with an obsidian core that's gonna come hissing out of that lightsaber, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Mibble, you recognize this, don't you?
His eyes go wide, and he's like, "What the heck?"
Jason's over here like, you had it the whole time and you weren't using it?
Well, it's also this. Is
I know.
Minus the red flecks of, but yes. Anyway. All right. Yeah. Roll me the slices and the dices.
First hit. It's not cool. That's cool. That's a 10 total. Yeah. Fuck.
It's in your head. The dice want me dead. I say it enough times, so eventually it will say, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Maybe one of these guys will be nicer to me? I don't know. I'm just trying to hunt for the one dice that'll like me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that all stream.
Let's go with... you. Second hit. Oh, that's a high roll. That's a 24 to hit.
It'll hit.
Hey. So this thing actually has a lot of bonuses because it's a crossguard saber. So I have that Way of the Great Dragon going, so that's an extra bonus of my strength on top of the initial strength bonus. And then also it has the heavy property, so when you hit with an attack roll using strength with a weapon with this property, you deal additional damage equal to half your strength modifier, minimum of +1. Is it rounded up or rounded down?
Give me a minute, I'm looking it up here. You're talking about the heavy property when you hit with an attack roll using strength. Half your strength modifier, minimum of +1. It's your modifier though.
Yes. I have a +3.
It doesn't say, so I will let the dice choose. 1, it is rounded up. 2, it is rounded down. It is rounded down.
Okay, so I have a +7 damage off of this.
Okay.
5 plus 7 is 12
Okay.
damage. Then I round up for another punch.
Okay.
A bonus action punch, because when I use a one-handed attack, I can follow up with a punch as my bonus action. 15 plus 6 to hit is 21.
Okay.
6 plus 3 is 9 damage off of that punch.
Okay.
And then my free action punch. Which, yeah, no, that's not gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just slash and then like follow up with like a jab. And then try to come back in with an elbow. But the elbow does not connect.
Yeah, this thing's a bit thicker skinned than that. But nonetheless, everything else did do quite a bit of damage, and the sound of the lightsaber activating and it biting into your flesh, this thing instantly turns its head towards you, its malevolent red eyes locking with you and the blade. As for a minute, it looks almost afraid, like some primal reflex deep down inside of it is just telling it, mm-mm.
Alright.
You want to roll me real quick? Second here. Give me a lore or a nature roll, if you don't mind.
Okay. That's a 9.
Yeah, you're not too sure why that elicits that sort of response.
Yup. And I'm just sort of holding a defensive stance above Zizu.
You definitely have its attention. I'll tell you that much.
Good. That's what I wanted.
Very good.
Mhm.
Well then. That being said, yep. Okay. Zizu.
Since Orna said he was standing over me, I'm going to kind of crawl. Sorry. Tiny action disengage.
Okay.
Crawl back 15 feet before. Well, actually, we're standing up, looking very pissed off at this thing. I'm gonna drop the dagger, pull out my blaster pistols that I wasn't using because I was trying to stay up close to help Orna, and fuck that shit now.
I'm the tank. Let me be the tank.
I was trying to help.
It was worth testing. It was worth testing.
First blaster pistol is going to go off at a 25.
Will hit.
Sneak attack. She's not doing anything fancy. She's just trying to blast the crap out of this thing. So,
Why the sneak attack? Oh, because you hid behind the thing.
no, because
Porta's right
he's in
next to
melee.
it.
Oh, right.
He's in melee. So that's going to be 18 energy damage. Because I dual wield. And we're going to nat 1 on the second one. So, second one doesn't hit.
We've rolled a lot of that.
So that was, you said that was 18 damage on the first one?
Yeah. 18 energy damage. I'm not, like, hidden or anything. I'm just standing next to this thing.
So funny enough, as far as total damage dealt, you are now 1 damage over Orda again.
But I am also standing.
It wasn't
in front
hard
of
to do. I'm not.
it.
The
And
sneak
it
attack.
seems
It's a sneak
afraid of
attack.
me, so would it try to go past me?
That's the question, right? Give me a minute to roll for its
Is
intelligence.
it going to roll against fear?
Yeah, on an 11 intelligence, I don't think it figures it out. Okay, yeah, no, Orta, it's gonna go after you this time around. Zizu, however, you did take 5 poison damage.
Okay.
As you are still poisoned, at least for now.
Was I supposed to roll Constitution saves against the 2 attacks that hit me before?
No, I'm not stacking them.
Okay.
I'm not stacking the poison. That's
stacking
that
poison
would be,
damage.
Imagine. Let me stack this up to 5 times.
You're
the
taking
amount.
10d6 damage each
Look,
of your turns.
I don't know what this poison does, so.
Just no. Just flat damage. Well, flat number of dice. I'm not stacking the poison. That being said, yeah, we are going to have it attack Orta then. It is time for the tank to do tank things. First one is a 20.
That
Second
hits.
one, 20.
That hits.
The last one does not hit, so the two claw swipes will hit. The headbutt misses.
Yep.
Which good. The headbutt is the more damaging one, and we want that one to miss.
Yep.
Hey. First one. $22 damage from the first one.
Okay.
And 22 damage from the second one. Exact same goal.
Resistance.
Go figure, yeah.
Now you see, that hurt. But I'm still standing.
Yep. For the record, it is also severely hurt. You can see blood oozing out of multiple wounds on this thing. It is not healthy.
I can take the hits from this thing. My AC is decent. I can't take the nat 20s.
Nobody can take 2 nat 20s in a row.
From this thing, no.
No.
My
From
dice were just
anything, really.
bloodthirsty to Jesus.
Unless you're like,
Not only your dice, my dice are bloodthirsty as well. But
Yeah,
for my
when
own
both of
blood.
our dice agree, now we kill something. I'm like, All right.
DM is trying desperately to keep character alive.
Yeah, when the DM's like, you know what? I'm not using that rule right now.
My turn.
Okay,
Yep.
let's see it.
Nibble is gonna now move over this way closer to
Yeah.
Zizu.
Sorry, I keep moving.
That's okay. Keeps him out of the range of the thing, so. First things first, heal Zizu. And that's gonna be for 9 points.
Thank you. Back to my double digits.
Here we go.
And since that was a bonus action, my actual action is going to be using explode at a distance that it won't hurt Orta. but
Yeah, so
still
like
hurt
on the other
me.
side of it, some kind of thing.
Yep. So I need it to do a Dex saving throw. Because if it succeeds, it takes half.
Okay. That is a 20. If I rolled
Huh?
a 19. You know what? I rolled a 19, so that's a 20.
Okay, so it's gonna take half this damage.
Okay. I love the sound of like
A lot
40
of
dice
dice.
being dropped on the table.
Sounds like a hailstorm.
$26 damage. So that's gonna be 13.
That's a lot of damage. $13 explosive. Yeah. Okay. Orta.
I am gonna use my Channel the Force ability for Falling Avalanche once more to gain advantage on the
Okay.
attack, on my 1st
Mhm.
attack.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I have advantage. Doesn't help much, but 8, 7, 15 to hit.
15 unfortunately does not hit.
Second hit, second attack. 22 to hit.
Will hit.
And then I need to double check something real quick. Messages. Guardian. Oh yeah. So y'all see Orta sort of Mibble, you've never quite seen him kind of act in the way he is a little bit. And like you see him sort of start to, his lightsaber sort of start to glow a bit brighter as like his force energy pours into it, as I'm going to spend 3 force points on smite. Sorry, not smite. Oh gosh, it's not smite. It's focus strikes. My bad. Focus strikes, not smite.
Okay.
To deal an extra 3d8 of damage.
Do it.
Start with the 1d8 first. Okay, 6. 6 plus 16 is 24. 24 plus 7. 24 plus 7. Sorry, math's hard.
Wait, 27
31
plus 7?
damage.
Okay.
31. damage
27
from
plus
that
7?
strike. 24 plus 7.
Okay, yeah, 31. Sorry, I wasn't listening. Otherwise, I could have helped you.
You're trying to plan out attacks.
I was just trying because I couldn't remember.
Yeah, so 31 damage, and then bonus action punch. Does not hit, and free action punch. Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Another 6 damage from that punch.
Very good. That's quite a bit of damage piled up on it. And it's definitely, like, I won't say on the verge of death, but it's very much close to it. And at this point, you are gonna see it use a legendary action here as years of combat and selective breeding by the Sith who raise these creatures bears fruit, and its body hardwired for combat here is going to have it use its last legendary action. If you remember, it had used one the last time as well, where it will lunge, as it will jump and lunge exactly this way here and do a cleaving swipe at the three of you.
Okay, then.
And that's on a 25.
Mm-hmm.
25
I
hits.
believe. Yes.
Actually, you're just one below my AC, as it turns out. Wouldn't you know?
Yeah, no, yeah, that doesn't hit us. Sorry. We
Right.
just collectively decided our AC is higher.
I have a force field and superpowers.
Right.
We suddenly
Invincible force
multi-classed.
field.
We suddenly all multi-classed into some sort of wizard with shield.
Yeah.
Whatever we
Group
needed to
shield.
do that, we did.
Yep.
So that's
Plus
gonna
10.
be 25 damage.
One second. See if I could do anything to help somebody at least.
How many times can I use Uncanny Dodge? I think because I used it already on this round, I don't think I can use it again. That's cutting action. Well, 'cause it's my reaction, so I cannot use it again. Bye-bye.
How much did it hit for?
25. No, sorry. 22. Yeah, 25.
Okay. Yeah, so that's not going to do anything.
I am down off of 25 damage.
I'm down as well.
Mibble, this
20
thing is almost dead.
Come on,
25.
Nibble.
How much damage did it do?
25.
Oh my death save here, though.
Yep, you roll death save.
It is my turn. Different die, and DM it to the DM.
Okay. First things first. On an action heal.
No fucking way!
Huh?
You're kidding. There's no way.
No way. No. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be reacting. I should be keeping
Okay.
that punch. Alright, moving on.
Sick naturally.
Who am I healing? Is the question.
It does get a turn first, Mibble. It'll be taking one swipe at you, connects only.
Okay.
Okay. That is 17 damage.
17.
Now, what do you do, Mabel, here?
17.
Be right back real fast.
First things first, I am going to heal our tank. Get him back up. Just in case. 11 points.
Okay, I am alive again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am going to move the explosion range to a range that's not going to hit any of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to do the explosion again, which another dex save in order to take half. Ooh, some high ones this time.
So what's the roll? Oh yes, I have to roll a dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
That is a 16.
Just makes it. So,
Tammy?
16 damage.
It's not gonna change anything. Yeah, you get one final detonation behind this thing, and the concussive force of it, not to mention the actual damage, is just enough for this thing to arch its back, roaring one last defiant, angry roar as its entire body tumbles forward and it falls dead on the ground. Yeah, Mibble, give me a dex saving throw, please, real quick.
Dex.
Yep.
That is going to be a 14.
Okay. Yeah, this thing's big. You kind of see it coming down. You're able to jump out of the way here. As its body falls very much dead, but still twitching on the ground as its nervous system just refuses to give up the fight, even though the heart and the brain have stopped working properly here. Again, this thing is purely wired for combat and killing things. Things are very quiet in the room all of a sudden, now that you don't have this howling, raging, screeching monstrosity in front of you guys. It's everything is dark and it's fairly quiet. And you hear a very, like I said, very just the quiet, right, that follows a fight like that. Orta, following that roll I asked you to do, the sword that you're holding, you feel it for some reason just vibrate oddly within your hand. Mm-hmm. And you feel it start to pull.
In what direction?
Towards the dead body, and it's almost like you're pulling against the dead body kind of thing, as you feel something pass from the body into the sword. As a few specks of red energy start to kind of hover and float around the sword blade.
Gotcha.
This, by the way, will be increasing the damage of the lightsaber as it has effectively become a soul saber and is now sucking the souls out of whatever dies in close proximity to it.
Oh dear lord.
God damn it, I gave my life to destroy the last one.
He made another one because that's just how players are in D&D.
Motherfucker.
Yep.
I
It wasn't one until he failed that save just now, but yep. But yeah, other than that, things are extremely quiet right now.
Before my culto release My slow release med pack thing goes off. I am doing another heal on Zizu. For 8.
So
And then
you activate your Kolto pack on Zizu, and nothing happens.
what? Checks the body.
What's going on?
He ain't moving.
Zizu's not moving?
Nope.
no.
I have some hit dice left. I use Give Life.
You use give life.
Yes. Expending my own hit dice to restore their hit points.
And you go through the force and try to transfer your vitality, and you feel nothing from her. As you want to know what her death saving throw was?
Fail.
She rolled another nat one.
Because
Like
my motherfucking dice motherfucking hate me.
I did everything I could to save you,
You
here
really
at this point.
did.
Like
You did
I'm
everything
sorry.
you could.
Like I bent
Dice has
backwards. I moved the rules. Like, dude, I'm doing everything I could.
Dice has spoken.
Yeah, I think Zizu was just nope. Rip.
The dice gods have made their wills very clear.
Yeah. Yeah. It hurts. I hate this.
I think it hurts the DM more than it hurts anyone else.
Probably because I try to balance the encounters, but when the dice just go double nat 20 plus you die plus.
Look, I don't even think having another player here would have stopped this at this point.
Well, maybe if the damage output had been a little faster, would have ended maybe like a round earlier, and could have made things a little easier. But yeah.
No, don't put that for Zoro. I don't think her presence would have stopped the dice from trying to kill me.
That's not how I'm saying it. I'm not. That's no.
I know.
Don't get it confused here. I am not saying that your dice would have been any less murderous, or that you would have lived. You could have rolled the nat one on the first death saving throw, and that would have been the end of it. So, but you technically kind of did. So, like again, if we had kept the old rules, yeah. So anyway, all that to say, look, at this point, I tried. I don't know what to tell you. The dice are just not in the mood. So, yeah. On that note, yeah, like I said, you try to transfer your life over to her, and then unfortunately, she's very, very much dead.
Try again and again until I don't have any more.
Yeah,
hit
you're
dice.
basically doing,
Breathe.
Oh, poor traumatized characters. It's the second part. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's very much dead.
Well, they don't have to worry about
Unfortunately.
paying her now.
Ba-doop, boop, 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 bar. Boom, boom, bar, boom.
She didn't even accomplish her mission. She just died.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Moment of silence. Yeah, on that note, yeah, I mean, I guess for the others that are still here, you guys check around the room a little bit. Is there anything you guys want to do before we bring her out and go on break?
Mibba will grab Zizu's guns. So, yeah. If Orta
I'll
wants
send
to
you
grab
the information
Zizu.
on the Mark II pinpoint scope that's
Okay.
on both of the blasters.
You know, Orta will grab Zizu.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much left here that they want to stay and do anything with.
Okay. On that note, Sorry, I got like 4 DMs at the same time. Um, you were looking. Are you looking around? Sorry, or are you heading out?
I would not look around at this.
No, you're too focused on her.
It's too dark, and yeah.
That's fine. Okay, so at that point, you leave the dead body of the Tarentatech there. And I'm assuming grab your fallen comrade
Yeah, I
here.
grab Zuzu.
And their weapons and whatnot they may have
Of course.
dropped.
Yep. And yeah, you're gonna probably carry her back out. And I believe that's where we're gonna go on break, I think. Yep, break time.
Kill the character, go on break.
Well, at least give, a little bit of time for Tam to organize
Yeah.
and react to this. Okay. So yeah, that'll be it. Break time. All right, guys, we're going to be going live. All right, we are back, guys. We are live. There we go. Okay. Yoink. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a rest in pieces. Maybe a bit too soon. But yeah, we are back. So we have just unfortunately had the passing of Zizu at the hands of the Torrent attack.
Yeah.
And you guys have basically brought her dead body out of the facility, leaving the dead Torrent attack behind.
Before Mibble actually fully leaves, since the front door was like bashed off into pieces, he's gonna look to see if he can find really quick the hologram that was at the entrance of the door, or at least the thing that he's connected to.
What do you mean?
The what's it called?
The hologram
that-
projector?
Yeah.
For the Ricotta? Yeah, that got blown clear out with the wall and the door.
Yeah, but I want to see if I can find the piece that he was connected to.
Sure, go for
If
it.
that still works.
Yep, give me an investigation roll.
Investigation. And that's going to be 25.
Okay. You do find that piece of ancient Rakata tech, and you pick it out along with some of the debris, and when you do, you do get a weird zap, as I need you to roll me from the deck of many things, as we still have 2 deck of many thing rolls. And this is going to be one of them.
Oh, I missed out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wanted them after the fight.
If I got it before the fight, I wouldn't have been able to use it.
Okay, what am I rolling?
I will tell you that in a second, as I need you to roll me 1, 2. It's like 1, 2, 3. Yep, I need you to roll me a d10 and a d4, please.
So a D14 altogether?
Basically, I just roll me a 14 and then the roll 20. That works better, actually. All right, a 2. Let's see. Are you doing 2 from the top or 2 from the bottom is the real question.
Let's go from the top.
Okay. Mm. Mm. Okay. Let's see here. Well, funny enough, as you touch it, like I said, you feel like a jolt of electricity, right, kind of course through your body.
Mhm.
And I need you to do me a couple of rolls here, actually. I need you to give me both an intelligence and a wisdom roll, please.
Intelligence and wisdom. Okay. Is that with the proficiency bonus or anything?
With the what bonus?
Proficiency?
Sure, yeah, if you have it, go for it.
Okay, because I know I got proficiency in intelligence.
Go for it.
Okay. So intelligence is going to be a 13.
Okay.
Wisdom is going to be a 15.
Okay. Yeah, you're... You feel... You know that gif where the... You know, the brain is just kind of like expanding and there's light coming out of it and everything? You kind of feel that. And as that happens, you feel a lot of energy just coursing through your veins. You did roll the what's it called? The free level up thing.
So I'm on next level already?
Nice.
Well, not just you. The whole party's leveling up. You're leveling up twice because this thing was a very big
Yes!
boss fight. It was a very tough boss fight. So you're going to be going straight to 8. Everybody else is going to go to 7.
Yes!
'Cause yes, this was one heck of a fight, and I'm surprised again that you guys made it through that. It basically came down to one turn because yeah, I don't think Nibble could have taken another whole round of this thing attacking it.
Yeah, he was down to 18 points. Zizu get knocked down. Zizu get back up again. Zizu get knocked down. He doesn't get back up again.
I did one more time and then went back down again.
I get back.
A few times. Got up a few times.
This thing is gonna
That was my
keep
max.
this thing is gonna keep me down, damn it. But yeah, you get a free level up. Orta.
Uh-huh.
You and Mibble, now that you've brought the body out, right, of the temple here, you see that Zuri is still in her meditative trance, right? She is holding the Sun Saber in her lap. And now the real question is, what do you guys do here? Do you guys go back to the Wookiee village, kind of guiding her and taking the body of your friend along with it? Do you bring the saber back inside? Like, what do you do right now?
First, I need to look up at the canopy and see if leaves are still falling.
It looks like, fall, but it doesn't look like the leaves are actively falling as fast anymore. So it's almost like, instead of being like perpetual summer, there's now a proper cycle of seasons. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Orta is going to reach out with the force to vibe with the tree, as the kids
Okay.
say.
Nibble
Just
will
sort of
still take that
see-
hologram thing too.
Yeah, and see how it's feeling, basically.
It feels like a normal tree right now. It doesn't feel like it's dying anymore, but it doesn't feel like it's pulsing with energy like it did when you first arrived.
Okay. We won't know how this has an effect on things, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, like I said, my question still stands. Where do you guys go from there?
I feel as though we should get back to our ship
Okay.
and contact the proper individuals to get Zizu a proper ceremony.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to gently wake Zuri. Let her know that we're heading back. Also tell her about Zizu.
So, on that note, yeah, with Zuri here's with Zuri here, you guys are going to slowly head on back towards the ship. So doing the whole trek through the jungle back. And you guys will eventually head back towards the ship. At this point, you'll have what's it called? A congregation of the Wookiees that'll be sitting, and standing and just waiting for you guys at the top of the lift as that warrior cranks you guys slowly back up to the canopy. And when you get there, of course, they see, Zuri being a little shell-shocked. They see you guys, carrying the dead body of your fallen comrade. They see that you guys went through hell. And of course, they grunt and say a few things in Shiriwook here. As again, clearly they're inquisitive as to the nature of what went down, as to what happened. What's it called? The shaman, that you guys talked to is definitely at the front of the group here, followed closely by the chieftain. Zuri's translator obviously was able to translate that before, so I'll just translate what the translator would have told you guys. But yes, they're inquiring as to what happened and why they feel like there's been a change, a shift in the forest.
I leave that up to Otta.
Well, to be quite frank, there has been a change in your forests. At the core of your forest was a facility dedicated to terraforming this place, making it more hospitable, more habitable. That has kept it in a sort of a perpetual spring.
Summer.
Okay, you get another questioning grunt, like he's kind of telling you, okay, go on.
The source of that perpetual spring is no longer there. And as such, you will be experiencing what many other planets have grown accustomed to. Seasons of summer, winter. Well, Bill, am I getting all of this? Am I right in what I'm saying right now?
You are A-okay, don't worry, I'll tell you if
Okay,
there's
okay,
anything
okay,
wrong.
okay. I want to be sure, you know, I don't want to fault.
You get to have fun right now, go nuts.
There will be things that you will have to adapt to in this, but it is a completely normal cycle that planets go through, wherein leaves will fall, they will grow back, and it's sort of the forest naturally providing for itself so that it can grow once more each season. I am glad to help in the guidance of your adaptation to this new aspect of your home.
Okay. Just to put the cherry on top of the cake here, could you please roll me a persuasion check, please?
I got you, I got you. Persuasion. God damn it. Pardon my French.
Did you 9 that one?
Yeah, I did.
I'm over with the I'm over with the dice for today, bro. Like,
I have passed the curse on.
like this is just like what is this
All right.
today? Like
Today-
everybody's dice are extremes. It's either a 20
It's the dice saying "fuck you."
Mine are
or
pretty
like
constant in the middle today.
So this is how Orta gets ritually sacrificed by the Wookiees
no, you're fine.
to feed the spring gods so that the next winter will end quicker. Leading to a new tradition of sacrificing the first blood of the chief for generations to come.
Are we rolling are we literally gonna end up just rolling a whole new cast as well? Like what is it with this week? Like Tricorn first, now this show? Like come on, man.
If the Wookiees rise up, Bibble's
So-
gonna grab Zuri and run for the ship.
So funny enough, no. Let me roll to see what they're gonna do. That's a nat 20. So thankfully, the shaman takes the lead here. He turns to the other Wookiees and starts, talking to the Manchuri Wook again. As they kind of like snap to and start running and doing things and prepping, and clearly, there's a whole other process now. That seasons are a thing again. And yeah, jokester, yeah, for sure. But yeah, so as a result, at this point, you're basically going to be not attacked or anything, but you kind of realize that like the merchant doesn't want to sell you anything anymore and just kind of ignores you. The other Wookiees just kind of don't really want to talk to you. It's more like you're being shunned than physically assaulted or aggressed in any way, shape, or form here.
Yeah.
And as you guys get back towards the 1 second. But yeah, as you guys are headed back to the ship, you hear what can only be described as a crowd of Wookiees just howling and growling and again, angry Wookiee noises, basically. Coming from what in this city would technically be a couple of blocks off. Do you guys decide to investigate? Do you guys decide to keep going for the ship?
I mean, I would investigate, most likely.
Yeah, why not?
As you guys head over, you guys see what can only really be described as an arena, right? And in that arena, you'll see, how do I even describe that? What it basically looks like is some big fight cage that's made of braided, dried out either vines, either wood, either basically almost like a wooden cage, for lack of better terminology. But you guys know how hard that wood can be just from your previous interaction, right, at the terraforming facility, and you kind of realize, oh, this is a fighting ring. They're having a fight here, and what's in the pit is first of all, the first thing you notice is a big gun dark, not quite as big as the guy you guys fought down, the alpha you guys fought down near the terraforming facility, but still a fairly big one. And in front of it, well, you know what? I'll let Tamra describe what's in front of it.
In front of it doesn't look too huge. I mean, we're talking like a 5'3", and I'm going to butcher this. Torgruta?
Torgruta, yeah.
Oh, Gruta! Those guys.
With a couple of vibro axes in each hand that is just in its face, throwing these axes at it. They're somehow ricocheting back and catching them, and then just kind of laying into this thing with these axes in a brutal might that can only be described as savage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it makes you think of the Wookiee when they describe Wookiees ripping someone's arm off.
And so, yeah, funny enough, as you just said, she's fighting exactly like a Wookiee would, like an angry Wookiee would, as she is butchering this thing bit for bit. It's not made with a lot of finesse. It's a lot of anger and screaming, from what I'm understanding. Am I correct in assuming that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this thing is trying to fight back, and there's a lot of, well, I won't say there's a lot of blood because some people are a bit sensitive, but let's just say that it's messy. It's a messy fight, and this Gundark ends up a chopped up mess on the floor here. In the cage again, you now the only person left is that Togruta. She kind of looks up at the crowd, at you guys. I'll let you bask in your victory here and describe how she would bask in her victory after killing this thing.
She probably just throws her hands in the air not getting too descriptive for people, but just kind of covered in its blood. Bit of her
Very
own mixed in, just with a giant grin on her face.
Very good.
Kind of like the "Are you entertained?" style. Are you not entertained? Yeah. And she's just like she had the time of her life. She's enjoying this.
Very good. And yeah, on that note, some of the Wookiees are going to kind of like swarm the arena here, opening a door, and they're going to come in, or gate, should I say, at this point. They're going to come in there, they're going to congratulate you, they're going to, again, you're getting very, very powerful pats on the back, as it's still Wookiees doing it, so every time they pat you on the back, it kind of shakes your body forward, but you're, where somebody would have been thrown to the ground, you're just kind of barely shook here, as your character demonstrates a level of strength that is uncommon for her physical size, which kind of has the Wookiees kind of very much amused, as it's kind of like the whole tiny but mighty thing for them.
Yes.
Which has them very entertained and very amused as they kind of congratulate your character, give your character like gifts of like booze and food and stuff like that. The whole like spoils to the victor type beat. As you're probably going to be brought out of that cage on shoulders at this point and kind of carried over to the probably the cafeteria area, the area where people were eating, and or a couple of episodes back, or the eating area, whatever you want to call it, where everybody will be served a bit of a feast, as clearly the fighting games were to kind of distract the people of what has been ongoing with the forest itself. The others, you are still being thoroughly shunned. That's more or less where you guys are at with that for now. Orta, what do you want to do? Mibble, do you have anything you want to do? What do you guys want to do with all that newfound information here?
Nibble is really not as interested in whatnot. He's still like still trying to process everything that happened.
Yeah, somebody died. The other person seems to be stuck in a trance.
And
you just saw Togruta with. Saber. Yep, there's a new Soul Saber. You just saw Togruta with a pair of Vibro Axes butcher a Gundark. Yep. It's been a day and a half right now, for sure.
Yeah, so when he gets back into the ship, he's grabbing a coffee and not leaving his room.
Okay, so you go back to the ship, coffee, and you're not leaving your room. Okay, Orta, what are you up to right now with all this?
Orta is Orta
Is a bit conflicted right now.
the boulder is conflicted now.
The boulder doesn't like hitting little girls, but he'll make an exception.
Yeah, Orta is gonna go ahead and basically lean to the rest, sort of let each of the other crew members know that he's gonna be going on for a walk for a little bit, and he'll be back.
Okay.
You're still gonna have to have that talk.
Well aware. I assure you, this is not me avoiding any talks. And Orta is going to start walking out of the village towards the forest, towards the temple. Remembering in this desperate moment where everything seems to be going wrong, that he had another reason for being out here and why he wanted to go to this planet. And considering we've only seen one temple on here thus far, he wants to check the temple once more to see if he can find any clue on the Jedi he read about back at the temple.
Okay. So you go back to the facility, I'm assuming, yes?
Yes.
You end up going back there, and it's still, in a state of, destruction and whatnot. And funnily enough, no scavengers or anything yet, anyway, have actually gotten to um like no scavengers have gotten to the actual like core room and started eating the body of the Terrentatek or anything yet. So the place, thankfully, even though it's been a couple of days for you to trip there and come back, um, the body is still relatively. The place is still relatively well, as you left it. We'll call it that when you left. Um, Once you get to that place, what do you do? What do you look for? Like, is there anything in particular that you do here?
Holocron, holocrystals, any sort of like informant devices that could be holding information.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
I get
looking
it.
for information, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're looking around, and what you find is another one of them data pads. And when you touch it, I need you to roll me a d14.
Okay.
Because this is the third and final of our pulls from the deck of many things that were donated for the last time.
Um, 11th from the top, I guess.
From the top? Okay, let me check what that is real quick. From the top. One. That's 11. So you will. This is funny that you rolled this actually. You're going to pick up that that data pad, right? And you feel enveloped by a brilliant light. And you feel something coming from that sword of yours. From that lightsaber.
I pull out that lightsaber.
You turn it on.
Don't wanna.
Okay. So, well, are you gonna or don't wanna?
The last time he turned it on, things didn't end well. He doesn't want to.
So you just kind of hold it. That's fine. There's no problem with that. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Something feels different about it. You're not quite able to put your finger on it, but it almost feels like something about it has definitely changed or shifted. As it's definitely glowing now with like a pure white almost ethereal energy here.
What sort of it had a distinct feel in the Force
Yeah.
before, correct?
Yes.
How does that feeling in the Force feel now?
If there was a hole before, the hole's been filled.
With that in mind, I would check because it feels better.
Yes, very much different.
Yeah, I'm going to activate it then.
So you activate the blade, and it hisses right as the laser blade, I guess you could say, extends from the hilt. It's not purple anymore.
What color is it?
Well, that's something we're gonna have to roll, I guess, but it's definitely not purple anymore. And while it still has that core, right, of that almost
That
dark
onyx core.
the onyx core in the middle of the blade, as the crystal itself is still flawed. Whatever void or empty tampering that had resulted from its exposure to Sith energy seems to have healed. Not only that, your weapon's actually been strengthened as you did roll the comet. And what that means is whenever you miss an attack with this weapon, your opponent still takes 1d8 damage.
Damn.
There's no pluses to it, but they still take the
It's a
1d8
flat
damage.
D8.
Yeah, it's a flat d8 damage. It does stack with multiple attacks, so if you have multiple attacks and you miss all three, you're still doing 3d8.
Huh.
And not only that, holding it, you have the intimate conviction that this weapon can no longer be corrupted, as it is now immune to the effects of the ruin card.
Okay then.
And yes, he did shift the alignment of the blade, Rosa. But yes, so my question to you now is, what would your favorite lightsaber color be for it?
I initially wanted a mint green, like a seafoam green kind of lightsaber.
Okay.
That's what I was wanting to go for, but yeah.
Well, seafoam green it is.
All right.
As this has effectively become your partner.
Okay then.
So yes. And that is the last of the pulls for the deck of many things that we had. But that being said, you feel like the edges of your mind have kind of borderline grasped a little bit, like the tail end of the process to heal hurt or damaged kyber crystals. You're not quite sure how it works yet, but it's almost like that. You know when there's like a string coming from a sweatshirt, and you just want to kind of like pull on the string.
Pulling on it.
Yeah. You kind of found the end of the string here. You haven't quite processed it. Your brain hasn't quite wrapped itself around it, but something's been shoved into your mind when it comes to healing kyber crystals, and you are definitely on the right track. We'll call it that, for figuring out how these things go.
Okay. And what does the data pads say? Like, or did it like fizzle away?
The data pad was written in that ancient Rakata language, and as it did this mind transference, your brain got that blast, and it did this thing to the lightsaber.
The brain blast, yeah.
Yeah, the thing itself disappeared. It didn't even fizzle. It's like it was never there.
Okay.
As there is definitely something weird with that tech, but that being said, yeah, you've effectively healed that kyber crystal, and it is no longer a soul saber. Funny enough, you can still feel the energy from the Tyranitar and from Zizu,
Oh.
But the energy now feels like they're at peace, not like they're chained to the blade anymore.
Can I release them?
Yep.
I'm releasing them.
There you go. And the Terentitech kind of actually, I'll get to the Terentitech after. First, Zizu themselves. You are going to see almost like a Force Ghost version of her,
And
even though she was no Jedi. And Zizu, if there's anything you want to tell them, say them, any parting words that you want to leave behind before you get out of here, this is your chance.
I really don't think she has much to say other than I think she'll give you a nod.
yeah. Orta
Um,
would, I will say, Orta sort of gives a deep bow and says, "I deeply apologize for putting you in such a painful position there. It was not my intent."
She'll look at him and she'll go, I made my choices and my decisions. That had something to do with you.
But taking your soul hostage was not a part of your decisions.
I don't think it was yours either.
Regardless, I apologize.
And Zizu, before she's not going to turn at this point, but she's going to look down at that saber that's open. And she's going to look back up at Order and she goes, I would rather be of some use. And she's going to reach back towards the saber, see if she can make her decision to stay.
I mean, can she do that?
In the sword?
Yeah.
Like reach back to the sword.
I mean, yeah, technically.
Yeah, that's what she's going to do. Because as she said, she'd rather be of some use.
I'm gonna have to, cook up something for that actually, because this is no longer a Soul Saber. So I'm gonna have to find it a new name and a new everything. But we'll get to that.
I'm
in a bit.
sorry. You can say
No,
no.
there's no. On the contrary, please, I'm gonna say no to that. No, that's perfect food. I'm gonna have to actually cook up a stat block and everything for that when we have a minute. But you know what? There's no issue there. So yeah, I mean, yeah, at that point, she'll be following you around on your adventures, helping you out from the sword.
All right.
And this is also going to require me talking a little bit with Tam to figure out what sort of legacy she's going to leave in and or with regards to your sword. But yeah, on that note, there's one last thing, and it's that Terentitech. They're beings that are purely of the dark side. They've been twisted by dark side energies into being Terentitech. Some people say it's Rancors that were, twisted by Sith users, but funny enough, they do originate from Kashyyyk. The reality of their lore, like I said, is unclear. There's no actual in the canon explanation of how they come to be. Some people, like I said, say they're experiments from the Sith. Other people say they're again twisted, mutated Rancors. There's no clear explanation to the phenomenon that is a Terentitech. But here I will still take a creative liberty. We'll call it that. Okay, with lore that was unfortunately not established here. So take everything I'm about to say with a well-worn grain of salt, as there is no established lore on Terentitechs for when it comes to their creation or reproduction or whatnot. But you still feel its spirit violently leave the lightsaber. And it goes into a direction towards the back of the room, actually, behind the throne that still has the skeletal previous owner of the Sunsaber. And behind it, you'll find a mound of what could only be described as garbage and refuse, and at the top of it there's I'd say an egg about the size of your torso.
Oh.
Well, I don't want that thing to hatch and get out of this place and terrorize this planet, so I'm grabbing the egg.
Okay. You gonna bring that with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Mibble, I'm assuming you're still drinking coffee and sleeping on the ship? Or are you
Yeah,
doing
he's going to
anything
take
right
a power nap until Orta comes back.
2-day long power nap, got it. Alright. So yeah, Orta, you're gonna get back to the ship eventually, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. One sec. Give me 1 second.
You're all good.
So what we're gonna do is, as you're getting back to the ship here. Sorry if things are a little hectic. I'm kind of messaging Tam and everybody to try to figure out, because again, new character, who dis and everything. But as you're walking back or towards the ship here, you're going to I'm not even going to tell you what's going to happen. Yeah, you, Tam, are going to see Orta walking back towards his ship, and I'm actually going to let you take it away from here. How do you approach them? What do you do?
Given that the ship's been here a while, she's probably keeping an eye on it, keeping an ear out for when the owners returned. So she's probably sitting near the door waiting for you to come back. So you just have someone who's just waiting by the ship. This very short but very muscular looking Togruta. And when you if you approach, she'll stand up.
It looks like she wants to talk to me, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Then I would approach.
Is this your vessel?
Yes, I'm a member of its crew.
I need a ride off the planet. There's some people I need to find, and I can't do that while I'm stuck here. How much do you charge for a ride, or is there... I don't really have a lot of money. It's not well used here. If there's something I can do in exchange, a trade...
I personally have no issue with you joining us. Though we would have to discuss it with the rest of, with the rest of my comrades. Who are...
Yeah. She's kind of keeping an eye out on everything around him. And unfortunately, given the Wookiees' current opinion of you guys, we have this conversation somewhere less public.
And
So if I can't get a ride, they're not going to like me very much for talking to you.
understandable. Come in.
And she'll follow
Actually,
you in.
Insight check first, real quick. Just as it makes sense considering just recent events and everything. Orta would definitely want to roll an insight check. Just to make sure if you're chill.
Give
22?
my dice. Insight. Well, my insight's an 18. Oh, sorry, no, sorry. Oh, that's not what I'm doing. I only got 20, but it was persuasion. She's telling you the truth.
Okay.
And she does look like she looks a little shifty, but that's because she's worried about the Wookiees. She lives
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Of course. Come in.
She'll follow you in.
And
Taking up a strange amount of space for how small she is.
and Orta sort of sits at one at the table in the dining room, and I guess the dining area of the ship. I don't really know what to call it.
The mess.
A mess. That's a good way to call it. I know that's not what you said, but still.
Okay. So, yeah, you sit at the mess, and I mean, Mibble, you hear the door open. You figured out that Orta probably got back at this point to the ship. Anything you want to do with that?
The Orta with an egg and a new person.
Yeah.
He eventually does get up out of his bed.
The coffee's cold by now, by the way.
No.
The stim calf is cold. There we go.
he opens his doors and okay, Orta, what who's this?
Great question. Who are you?
I would be on Lee.
On Lee?
Mhm.
Well met. I am Orta Nai.
I just gives you
Middle.
a nod.
Name's Middle.
I am as I was telling your companion here, I'm looking for passage off the world, though I don't have much coin to my name, so hoping to trade services. I have somewhere I need to go, someone I need to find, and I can't do that while I'm stuck here.
Sort of looks over to Orta.
They seem sincere.
Middle sort of like gives it some thought for a bit. Where exactly do you need to go?
She can kind of shift back and forth on her feet. I'm not entirely sure yet. Hoping to figure that out as I went.
Because we are kind of on a very important missions, more or less.
What I'm doing is not urgent. People I've been looking for have been missing for many years. They can wait a little bit longer. But I could help you with your thing. Maybe that's what I can do in exchange for passage.
As you guys are, sorry, I'm gonna cut in for 1 sec. As you
Yeah.
guys are talking, and then you know, she's saying she would be willing to help and everything. You hear a blinking. Well, you see a blinking light, and you hear a familiar tone coming from the holo console at the center of the room. Orta.
And answer the phone.
You see the hologram of what's his name, of Garm,
Which
standing
one is it?
in the middle of the room. That's the Jedi you guys left behind.
I know.
remember?
That was
Are
a
you sure?
joke.
Who's
Okay.
that?
Because we call him
It's-
the wrong name all the time.
Yeah, it's Davi and Navi, yeah, exactly. No, you see the hologram of Master Garm that's standing on the well, no, he's not standing, but the hologram is standing on the top of the holo projector, and he looks at you guys and he says, and he kind of looks and he sees, you know, that it's not Zuri, it's somebody else, and he goes, "Oh, friends?"
Just met.
I see.
They go by Only, and they were wanting to get a passage off of the planet.
I don't see a problem with you guys offering some side services, but to those in need especially. But that being said, right. I got a message from the Republic. Where's Zuri?
1 second,
She's
I'll
in-
get her.
Probably in her room or something. Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, Mibble goes in and gets her.
And what about Zizu?
She was lost in a recent fight.
Well, we'll talk about this in person. Make your way back to Tython, please. As I said, I have some news from the Republic, and at the same time, I do need and hope that, well, at least we can send her off properly. But I think for now, yes, the best thing to do is have everybody come home, come to Tython. We'll figure things out from here.
It feels like a sound plan to me. I do have something to introduce to the Jedi Masters there.
Oh, then I assume your trip was a bit of a success then.
In unexpected ways, yes.
Then we shall talk about it once you arrive. But for now, yes, make haste, and I'll see you all when you come home.
Understood.
Very good. Garm out. And it cuts. So, anything else you guys want to do on Kashyyyk before you put it behind your afterburners and head on
Well,
back?
nobody's going to be selling to us or anything, so.
I don't think we can get anything.
Nope, unfortunately. So,
You now know someone who can get you stuff.
Yeah. Actually, there is one thing that Orta would want to do, and basically that's just he would go off by himself and apologize to the chieftain and the shaman, and yeah, just
while your apology is well received, they both don't look at you or talk to you.
I know.
It's almost like, again, you don't exist.
I know, but still, it.
It's something he feels he has to do.
Yeah, you do it. There's no problem. I'm just saying they're still not gonna
Of
do the
course,
thing. Unfortunately,
I wasn't looking for.
No. Look, again.
You
So yeah.
get me, you get me.
Yep, I get you. So yeah, you guys will at this point take flight as the ship will thrust into the atmosphere, and you will be feeling the familiar hum of the hyperdrive quickly enough, as it will take a few days. You will be able to rest. And I believe, honestly, that this might be where we'll end a little early today due to the character death and the whole story being, again, kind of shifted off of its axis.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably where we're going to shortly end. As, yes, the familiar lull of the hyperdrive, hum of the hyperdrive will lull you guys to sleep. And, yeah, this is going to be it for now. I'm going to ask 1 second. Can I do that myself? Whoops. 1 sec. Shows. It doesn't want to do it. Well, it does do it. Okay. So yes, if you guys do enjoy the shows that we do, we have other shows on the channel. We do have Mondays where we run Destiny Forge on Monday evenings. On Tuesdays, it's usually alternating Tuesdays for Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim. We had a special this week where we did 2 in a row because it was just, we hadn't been able to run the show for a while, but we're going to be resuming back our usual schedule. So next week, no Star Wars. The week after, it'll be back. On Thursdays, alternating, we have our Pirate D&D show, Tricorn Isles, and we have Mass Effect Horizons, which is basically run by Zorro, and it's our Mass Effect 5e campaign. And then Saturdays alternating, you've got Withered Wastes and Wayward Wanderers that will take turns alternating on Saturdays. Plus, of course, the first Saturday of every month where you'll have our talk show discussing the lore of all the other shows called Behold Lore. And finally, you have, of course, the last Saturday of every month where we run Would Be Heroes, which is our Kids on Brooms, basically X-Men campaign where you basically have, yeah, exactly, our superhero campaign. So on that note, I do thank you all for coming. I'm sorry that the show is ending a little early today, but a lot of things happened, and I will need a little bit of time to kind of bounce back on my feet with all of this info. But for now, the party has somewhat reunited. We will be going from here, and yeah, I'll see you guys on Tython in 2 weeks. Thank you very much for coming to the show.
Bye.
Bye.